Yo, what's going on, you beautiful savages out there in the old YouTube world? What is craculating? I still see we got piston matches going all over the place. GME and popcorn and just shut the bleep up. Really? I'm so sick of that's the one thing that just drives me absolutely nuts. It's like, some of the people on Super Stonk, and believe me, I'm the biggest fan of that page. I love that page. I do, for the most part, right? But why in God's green earth is everybody going back and forth? Trey blasted out a tweet today, put the Zach guy or whatever the hell his name was right in his place. Just basically shut him up. You couldn't have drawn up a better response from him. Everybody mentioning popcorn, don't mention. I mean, come on, man. How I don't understand that whole ration there on why anybody would be mad at another stock or make fun of it. It doesn't matter. You can take a stock that nobody's even talking about and go look at the short interest, and it's not a meme stock and whatever. You're holding it for look at BBIG, for example. That wasn't in the category of all of this madness. So it drives me nuts. It's the only thing. And sure, it doesn't matter what you do. You could look at Facebook groups in sports categories or any sort of category. You're going to have those same type of people. To me, it's insanity, and all these guys want us to do, these hedge funds, bots, shills, whatever, is fight. And I get that part of it. But, this whole GameStop report comes out, and all of a sudden everybody's in an uproar, and see, I told you so. Shut the hell up, people. Shut up. Oh, touching on the GameStop report, I kind of took that as remember, the SEC is not going to, if there's something, there's a lot going on, right? But they're not going to come out and just show their whole cards away. The report in a nutshell, and it reminded me after reading it, because I played that little video where it looked like it was could have been displayed with Gary Gensler, like it was a kindergarten class or whatever I mentioned. That's kind of how the report was too. There was maybe, I don't know, 8% of that report that was even worth reading, and it basically confirmed everything that we knew months ago. The rest of it was, covering their butt on how to trade and volatility and all that. What is what it is, right? But don't need to be in an uproar of fighting between GameStop and AMC. There's no need for it. It's crazy. This is crazy here today with old Lizzie Clayman over there and Charles Gasparino. They got into a small piston match there. This video, I thought, it's got Matt Kors in the corner, but this dude uploaded Matt's portion of the video, I think. We don't need to play it. I'm sure you guys have seen it by now. I listened to it a couple times today because Liz came back and fired at him. She's like, well, what part of 130%? And old Chucky really didn't have an answer to that. He just wanted to, again, just like his Twitter feed and all of his BS that he does, is just kind of beat around the bush and backtrack and circle around. When she asked him about the 130% of the float out there, he didn't even answer it. So, yeah, that's kind of what we expected. But, yeah, nobody seems to have an answer for that. On to the movie theater. And I want to play this portion of it. I haven't seen anybody talk about this. The DD and everything else is done. We know the short interest. We know everything for 9 months, right? Let's talk about the company and why these companies or these hedge funds and all these other guys are shorting this stock. They have to because they're stuck, right? But this guy here, let's listen to a brief minute of this. This is about the actual AMC movie theater that we all love here. Let's take a quick listen.
And you shouldn't look at what AMC was in 2019 because our
why not? Because let's forget about COVID, can we? Because let's for a brief moment. The movie theater business was in decline before COVID.
Well, actually, a couple of things there, because that's a big and important question, Brian. The movie theater business was not in decline before COVID. In fact, the industry box office, which is the measure of the health of our industry, has been growing for 20 years. It's been growing by the combination of price and volume of tickets sold.
Correct, not the amount of proliferation of theaters.
But we don't measure our success by the number of theaters or number of attendees. We bank dollars, and the box office was growing, and has been growing for. I think we had positive box office for 17 of the last 18 years. Now, having said that, it's hard to put COVID aside because we are dealing with COVID. And again, naysayers about AMC, quick to point out that we're not yet back to 2019 levels, pre-pandemic. And we're not. But we're so much stronger today than we were in the third quarter, in the second quarter, in the first quarter. And in fact, the 14 days that we just came through, October 1 to 14, the first 2 weeks of this year, is the highest 2-week box office that our industry has seen since February of 2020, 20 months ago. That's good news for us. It feels to us that we're on the way back. But the question is, where do we go from here?
Yeah.
We have absolutely no intention of just bringing back the company that existed in 2019. Because we raised so much money, our shareholders have armed us with what was, at the end of the second quarter, a $2 billion cash war chest, a cash and liquidity war chest, to go out and transform our company. And we have several big ideas that we're working on right now.
From what to what? Give us we heard about football games. I'm a Charger fan. I live out. I can never watch the games. Can I go to an AMC theater soon and watch the Chargers play Tyler's Washington football team?
You can, at some of our theaters, watch some NFL games each week. We are in discussions with the NFL right now to broaden our rights so that we could show all the games that we want to show as opposed to...
Okay, that's enough of that dude talking. We know, but just think, too, you guys, how proud we should be of not only digging this company out of the bankruptcy situation that it was in December, we'll call it, but the amount of money we're raising. And I agree with Adam there, too. We're going to see, next few months, obviously next year, the direction he's going with AMC, which is obviously going to be a completely different direction than just a average old movie theater, right? So yeah, I mean, we kind of get away from the company too, but just think about it. We're so used to looking at it every day and reading up on, what's the short interest, what's Ortex, and this and that and the other thing. Remember, this company up until 9 months ago, when was it, like 8 years, whatever it was, the highest the share price was at was $32, $33 ever in 100 years existence, right? So be proud of that. Be very proud of that. I can't wait to see what AA is going to do. Even on this crappy Yahoo finance chart that I always just pull up to do the video, this this thing is as dull as the day is long. This is not normal activity right here. We all know what happened today. Gave our 5% back from yesterday. Who gives a rat's ass? We're still above $40. The shorts have not covered. But none of this activity here is, we know. We see it every damn day. Oh, and then real quick, our damn dark pool volume. 66% today, folks. That running 20-day total should be going up here shortly. And then let's check in really quickly. 2.1 million shares available. That was at 1.1-ish today. October 19th, 1.470 trillion. We got to beat that 1.50. We got 3 days left, boys and girls. This was blasted out earlier. Breaking unusual whales. This is about an hour and a half ago, roughly, from the time I am uploading this video. Recently, to Gary Gensler, Senator Toomey reiterated he is against banning PFOF. Well, of course he is, right? Right out of the gate. During the 2018 re-election, Toomey accepted donations from individuals connected to Fidelity Investments. Fidelity profits from PFOF. Who's Toomey representing? As we kind of expected, right? And then the beautiful Cat Striker over again, taking more grenades, as we see here. Breaking news, this is the 4th cease and desist letter. Looks like Kenny G doesn't want this news to spread. He sent this letter to 28 companies. Letters were sent to companies that don't do business anymore. Guess what? We won't back down. Apparently, Kenny G and his whole fleet of attorneys have blasted out to these billboard companies, I believe it was, all these letters saying, hey, don't do it. Outstanding. The more time we waste with them, the better for us, right? So, no, we're absolutely right. She's not going to give up. None of us are going to give up, right? A couple more things here. This was been blasted around. I seen this evening. Very strange. I received this letter today from Fidelity in response to my 3rd time transferring AMC stock out of Robinhood. It's basically saying here, Action required. We regret to inform you that your transfer of assets from Robinhood to Fidelity Investments has been delayed for the below reasons. And it's that one reason right there. Your delivery accounts does not hold the requested assets. To resolve this issue, please contact the delivery firm. Discuss the available assets in your account. There is a lot of this going on. We've noticed this for a couple weeks, this same type of a letter. I've seen this one 2 or 3 times now. But my gosh. Yeah, we got to find some shares here, folks. Jeez Louise. This was beautiful, too. Shout out to whoever did this over here on the old subreddit of AMC stock. Is anybody else jacked to the absolute breasts after seeing this? You should be. Take a quick watch at this. I don't even have my mouse tonight. I can't even work this thing without a mouse. Watch this. March to June below, June to present above. Wow. That was pretty amazing, wasn't it? March to June below, June to present up top. Huh. Isn't it weird? God, that's crazy. Okay, guys, we're down here. Lily's going to say goodbye here in a second for the evening. Sorry I didn't get any comments. Anybody needs me, blast me over on the old Twitter mobile, and I will get to you there. Lulu, you got to say goodnight.
Good night, guys. I fell my back. I fell off my bike and now my knee and it hurts.
Yeah.
Good night.
Yeah. Lily's knee's busted to hell.